So for this week's mystery, you guys asked me to take a look at the situation in Lima, Peru. I don't know all the details, but I'm gonna tell you what I know. The people in this area, there is a tribe that is in this area. There's a lot of different groups in this area, a lot of ethnic groups, and one of them is about a 10-hour ride up the river, down the river, something about a river. And apparently in this little area, this group of people have begun getting attacked by what they claimed were UFOs. So I was like, okay. Now, mind you, this happened not one time. This happened repeatedly, night after night, for about a month. And I don't know what's going on now, but this is the last, update that I saw, that for about a month this was going on. So the people said they were shooting at these beings. These beings were floating, flying. The bullets were not affecting them. And some people said the people were, just lying. Some people said that they were seeing miners. Because supposedly there are miners, and these miners will try to scare off the local people so they can take the land and mine it for gold or for whatever is in it. So some are saying it's just these miners trying to scare the people off, and there's a reasonable explanation. But the people who experienced it insist that it was aliens. And when I watched the video, because the video is on YouTube, all you got to do is type in aliens in Peru, and there are a lot of different people who have clips of the video. And basically in the video, the people are terrified, and you can feel it. You can see it. They're not acting. They're not pretending. They're not playing. So they're clearly scared of something. They're experiencing something. And the question today is, what were they experiencing? Is it miners? Is it UFOs? Is it something more deadly? What exactly is happening to these poor people in Peru? So my name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it as well. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Let me know before you start watching the video, do you think it's aliens or miners trying to scare the people? Okay. If you want to get your own personal reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media. I would be glad to do that for you. Let me see. If you want to join us on Patreon, please do. And there's a bunch of other I'm gonna put a bunch of other information underneath this video, and at the very top I'm going to put the links to the decks. I'm getting ready to use a couple really cool decks, so I'm going to put the links to these decks underneath this video. I'm an Amazon affiliate, and you can purchase them using the code. All right, so let's go in. Question one, what are the people saying? This is what the people are saying. Give me a second, I'm gonna explain everything. Aren't these cards cute? I think these are adorable. I love these. Just got these the other day and did a review on them. If the review is not already up on my channel, it will be. This is called I'm not going to say the word and get demonetized, but I will show you the book in case you're interested. Okay, that's the name of the deck. So if you want to take a look at the review I did, take a look under my reviews. It will be up, or it already is up. Alright, so let's go with the first card. What are these beings? These are divine beings. That first card right there, this is not human. So for those people who think it's miners with jetpacks on, I'm sorry, boo-boo. I was thinking that too when I first saw the pictures, but then I started to think, like, that's a lot of money for all those jetpacks. So I was like, okay, well, they're miners, they have gold, right? Maybe they can barter for it or something. But the cards are like, no, these are divine beings. So these are beings from somewhere else, and they're giving us black, they're giving us space. So these are from from somewhere in outer space. That's the first card. So that's what's going on to these poor people. Apparently these beings, these divine beings, in the second card, it tells us they were looking around the solar system. He has a planet in his hand. So they were looking around the solar system for something that they need. There's something that these beings need that they were looking for, and they found it here. Whatever it is here. So the last card here, let me turn this one in and over right there. So the last card here says that they were in Peru working on getting whatever this was. And they did not mean to, get into a tussle with the local people, because they're telling me what happened was that they were there getting whatever this was. Let me show you the other two cards. Whatever it was, they were like digging in the ground for it and taking specimens of things. And so what happened was, imagine like this, right? Imagine that you're starving. You haven't eaten in 4 or 5 days. You know your neighbor has a refrigerator full of food and your neighbor's door is open and they are not home. Now, most of us would not sneak into our neighbor's house and steal the food. But let's just say you're starving to that point you can't help yourself. You rob your neighbor's refrigerator. You're taking out bologna sandwiches and bread, and all of a sudden you look up and there's your neighbor. They've come back early and they caught you red-handed. That's what happened here. These beings were trying to sneak and get whatever it is they're trying to get, and I'm getting ready to tell you what it was they were trying to get to. They were sneaking to get what they were getting, and they got caught by the local people who were, out minding their business, and that's how this happened. So they didn't mean to attack them or get into a tussle with them. They were just trying to steal some of their resources and go about their business, and they got caught. That's basically the bottom line. Remember the 9 right here, this card right here tells us whatever it was in the ground. So they were digging in the ground, taking specimens, probably all kinds of different things, and we're getting ready to see what some of those things are. And they got caught and they got into a scuffle. And then the scuffle continued because they kept coming back trying to take what they needed. And now the people know that y'all coming. The people are basically hunting them and shooting at them. So these are really definitely beings. We're not shooting at miners and jetpacks. So that's what the cards are telling us. Now let's go a little bit deeper because I got some answers right here. I wanted to know what the heck these things are. So I found out. These are the beings right there. And this is what they're after. There we go. Push that back, pull this over. Why are you fighting with me, card 39? Okay. Alright, this is what they're after. I'm going to explain this to you guys. You probably can see it right from reading it. These are the beings. Andromenines. I've never heard of these before. But as I was looking it up in the book, what I found out is that these are one of the race of beings that came to visit us from the very beginning. It said it's the oldest group that came to visit us. Apparently, they are from 2.5 million light years away. And they're kind of like, I would say, one of our parents. Put it like that. Sometimes they appear blue, but they can appear any way they want, really. Any type of color, any kind of thing. They're perceived as being highly intelligent. They speak with telepathy. And some of the villagers mention telepathy. So they're able to talk inside of your mind. They're able to communicate with people. They're very concerned about the earth and the environment. And yeah. And like I said before, they are really intelligent beings. So basically, they know what they need to do, to correct the problem that they're having. We're getting ready to see the problem that they're having. So basically, that's what we saw. That's what these things are. They're not bad. They're not evil. They're just trying to get what they're trying to get. And what they're trying to get is elements. See right here? Elements. The problem is that according to this, their society, as advanced as they are, and they're like light years ahead of us, by the way. As advanced as they are, they have run out of resources. And I've seen this before. And what's happening with them is their fertility, and we're getting ready to see it in this card, their fertility has become a problem. So what they're doing is they're going to places where they can get the basic building blocks of life. That's what this card is right here. Life. So in order to have life, you need elements, fire, water, air, depending upon your planet and how you breathe and stuff like that. So they're coming here to get the basic building blocks of life, seeds, whatever they may need to fix the problem on their planet. So that's what they're here for. And they probably got to stop at other planets too and get different things. But they're flying around getting the building blocks of life to fix the fertility problem and whatever problem they're having on their actual homeland. So this never had anything to do with attacking the villagers. That's the way it happened. So what is going to happen? According to the cards, they're going to get what they want and they're going to leave. And there's nothing we can do about it, because remember when I told you that they're more advanced than us? We can't fight these beings. I mean, we can fight them, but it's nothing we can do. We can't stop them from taking what they want. They're going to take it. And that's the one thing the cards impressed upon me, is that they are going to take what they want and then they're going to go back. They didn't come to stay. They just came to get some resources and roll out. And because we can't do anything about them, you see when they shot at them, the bullets ricocheted off of them. We can't really hurt these beings. These beings are way more advanced than us, and they're just going to take what they want and go home. So I say just leave them be. If we can't beat them, you might as well just leave them be. I think, I know that's easy for me to say because I don't live in Peru, but if it was me, if I was one of the villagers, that's probably what I would vote to do. Now it says here that they have a message for us too. They got several messages for us, which I thought was interesting too, because remember, they've been here before. Because they told me one of the things that they did here before was like mixed DNA, their DNA with our DNA. Now mind you, they've left beings here, and these beings are called starseeds, and you're going to see more about that later. But this time they're not leaving the beings, they're taking the building blocks with them and creating hybrid beings where they're going. So they're going to be creating beings out of our DNA and out of these building blocks that they got from here before they created them and left us here. Okay, so we can kind of see them as like our parents, I guess would be a great answer for that. So they told us to trust the universe. They're like, look guys, it's time to learn how to trust the universe. They also told us to leave the past behind. They said that we're too caught up in the past, which I can definitely attest to. Humanity in itself is caught up with the past, honoring the past, memorializing the past, talking about the past, focusing on the past. So they're encouraging us to leave the past behind and look more towards the present and the future. They also think that we need to work through our feelings. They feel like we are a little childish, a little immature, and they're waiting for us to evolve to a point. Because remember I said these are highly evolved beings. So they're past things like petty wars and disagreements and things like that. And they think that we can get to that place as well. Let's see. They gave me some more. They told us to have faith, because there are many of us that believe in a better world. There are many of us that believe that what we're accomplishing right now is okay. Technology isn't too bad, but we believe that we can get further and higher, a better vibration of love. I've always believed that, and I still believe it. And they told us that believe that to have faith in our dreams and to create that, to release the negativity of this planet. There's a lot of negativity, and not just right now. Different points in our evolution, there's been a lot of negativity. I'd say all the way back to the beginning, if you think about the different periods of history. So they're telling us it's time to release negativity and embrace each other and the rest of the cosmos, because there's a whole world out there of other beings, and if we can't even deal with each other, we're never going to be able to deal with our rightful place in the intergalactic association. We have to get over that. We have to get over hating each other for stupid reasons like color and economics and things like that. How are we going to deal with other races if we can't deal with each other? Then the last one says it's time to take action. So they want us to take actions to make these changes. Some of these are environmental changes, as I mentioned before, but also changes in how we treat and act towards each other. All right, Let's see. All right, the blue flame. In the first card here, this one right here, isn't that pretty? I love her eyeshadow. Gorgeous. This one says here, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. So they're saying, remember I said they had already left some beings here? I mean, us as a whole, yeah. But there's some other beings too that are what we call starseeds. Starseeds are people who really embody the beliefs and the energy of this philosophy that this particular alien group has about love and looking out for each other and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, they came and stole our stuff, but they don't feel like they were really stealing. They feel like they were taking what they needed to survive, and they've given us things before, so they feel like, you know, it's a fair exchange. But of course we don't know that. Our ancient ancestors knew that, but we don't know that. So they're telling us that there are some of them, these starseeds, that they have left behind here, and that their job is to be light workers. Their job is to help the earth get to the next level. So those of us who are healers, many of us call ourselves light workers, and that's what it's about. It's about raising our own vibration and then helping to raise the vibration of the planet. So this is another message from them. Those of us who are here that are light workers, they're like, come on, y'all need to help get us to that point. The next one is a new earth. So they're telling us, remember they said to follow your dreams, that, you know, you're going to be able to create something better. They're saying that there is going to be a new earth. They're telling us that things are going to change. They are going to get better. And they said all we have to do is hold the vision of a beautiful new earth, and we will achieve it one day. We are the ones that get to manifest it. So if you're like me and you're not too happy with the way things look right now, we get to change that. And all we have to do to change it, according to this one, is awaken. Activation, integration time. So this is, remember I said us taking our place in an intergalactic association? I'm kind of joking, but I'm not, because it is time for us to raise our vibration to a certain place where we awaken, and now we're able to do things like be integrated into other or associations, other dimensions, other planes of existence. There's so much more than we have accomplished, is the point. And the aliens, our ancient ancestors, are here to tell us it's time. So yeah, they're coming back to get these things that they need for their planet, but they're also coming back to leave us some messages about where we are as a species. They told us, the last one, stillness. They told us to reflect on this moment, to reflect on where we are as a species with love, kindness, and compassion. This is their belief. This is what they believe. They believe, and I believe this too. So maybe I always say I'm a light worker, and I'm like, yeah, I think you are, because I believe this as well. I think that we should do as much of this as we possibly can. And they're saying that this is something that will take us into that new earth. Here we are with our star seeds again. So they expecting us to raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving life. And you don't have to be a special person or a gifted person or anything like that. We're all made of stardust anyway. And, you know, all of us have that alien DNA in us. So we're all theoretically have the ability to be these light workers. We are the star seeds. The question is that what you want to do with your heart? Do you want to focus on that loving light? And if you do, that vibration can help you, me, and the entire planet. And lastly, they told us to be free-spirited. To be free is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. So again, it's going right back to that energy of love and being open to each other and to all. So yes, the situation in Peru went down. Yes, those were divine beings. They's what we would call ETs. But no, they're not attacking us. They're not trying to, destroy the planet or anything like that. They're really here for exactly the opposite. They're trying to save their own planet and give us some positive messages about how we can save ours. Because remember, they are already going through something that's catastrophic, and even with all their intelligence and their equipment and their technology, they're still needing the basic building blocks of life: cells, atoms, seeds, blood, things like that. Those specimens, those are the basic building blocks of life, and it doesn't matter how intelligent your species is, you need those things. So that's what's going on in Peru. Oh, and by the way, yes, these beings are leaving because they're going back home. But we're going to see, according to them, more and more alien activity as our species evolves. So the more we start going towards this new Earth, and it's already happening, the more we're going to see these things. So don't allow it to alarm you. Just learn to be open-hearted when at all possible. They're not coming to harm. They're coming pretty much in peace. They're coming to help. So the idea is stop shooting at them. Stop shooting at them and, try to work with them. But I can understand why the people of Peru responded that way. That must have been terrifying. Can you imagine you walk into your backyard and there's ETs out there taking specimens from your flower bed, So I can understand why they responded this way. But I think that basically what we're seeing here is that they're going to take what they want. They're going to do what they got to do. And we don't have to fight them. Okay? You guys come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.